Okay, so in last class we have discussed gradient, divergence, curl of a vector, divergence of a vector, and also divergence theorem as well as Stokes theorem. So in last class we did a problem also on Stokes theorem. In this class we are going to discuss Laplacian of a scalar quantity. What do you mean by Laplacian of a scalar? There is a question in your mind as well as in my mind also, that can we apply Laplacian on a vector or only on a scalar? So we will discuss it. What do you mean by Laplacian? A Laplacian of a scalar field V written as del square V is the divergence of gradient V. Means it is a composition of two quantities, two uh, uh, you can say operators, divergence operator as well as gradient operator. It is a composition of divergence as well as gradient. So how we can get to know about this? This is a gradient of a scalar V. This is gradient of a scalar V, this one. And if V is a scalar, then gradient of V is a vector quantity. So we can do a dot product with this del operator. So that dot product is nothing but divergence, divergence of gradient of V. This is a gradient of V. If we will do the divergence of gradient of V, then it will become this quantity. This is called Laplacian. This is called Laplacian of a vector. This is called Laplacian of a vector, where V is a scalar quantity. Okay. So here Laplacian of V is nothing but divergence of gradient of V, and it is denoted by del square. It is denoted by del square. So this is like dou by dou x ax vector plus dou by dou y ay vector plus dou by dou z az vector. This is del, and if you do the dot product with del v, del v is a gradient, dou v by dou x ax vector plus dou v by dou y ay vector plus dou v by dou z az vector. So after multiplying this, we will get this. This is del square v is equal to del square v by dou x2 plus dou 2 v by dou y2 plus dou 2 v by dou z2. This is in Cartesian coordinate system. This is in Cartesian coordinate system. Okay. So after that, this one is del square v is equal to, if suppose the given quantity is in cylindrical coordinate system, and if you want to evaluate the Laplacian of that quantity, then you can use this formula. Del square v is equal to 1 by rho dou by dou rho of rho dou v by dou rho plus 1 by rho square dou 2v by dou phi square 1 plus dou 2v by dou z square. This is in cylindrical coordinate system. Similarly, this is the formula for the spherical coordinate system. You have to learn this formula. 1 by r square dou by dou r within bracket r square dou v by dou r plus 1 by r square sin theta dou by dou theta sin theta dv by d theta plus 1 by r square sin square theta dou 2v by dou phi square. This is r theta phi. This is in rho comma phi comma z. This is in cylindrical coordinate system, and this one is in spherical coordinate system. Okay, समझ में आया भाई? इतना क्लियर यहाँ तक? अच्छा, ठीक है, ठीक है. Okay, so Laplacian, we understood the definition of the Laplacian. After that, how to analyze it mathematically. What is this? It is nothing but a divergence of the gradient of any scalar. So we can do like that, and this is symbol del square v. In Cartesian coordinate system, this is very simple. Dou 2 v by dou x2, just a double differential, partial double differential of the scalar v in x, y, and z axis respectively. And in cylindrical coordinate system, this is the formula, and in spherical coordinate system, this is the formula. If suppose v is given some like that, like, oh, what is this? This is the Laplacian equation. Del square v is any scalar field, is equal to 0. Then if this condition is written over here, del square v is equal to 0, then it is called Laplace equation. Then it is called Laplace equation, means v is a scalar function which is harmonic. V is a scalar function which is harmonic in a given region, then del square V vanishes. Means if V is a scalar function, if they ask in MCQ that if del square V is equal to 0, then V is option are harmonic, algebraic, like that, then harmonic is the correct answer. If V is a scalar function which is harmonic, then del square V definitely vanishes, means del square V is equal to 0. So another note is very important. What is this? Up to now we have studied that we can apply del square Laplacian operator only on a scalar quantity. So there is a question in the mind, can we apply the Laplacian operator on a vector or not? So the definition will remain same, but the concept means to analyze the situation is varying over here. What is that? We have to think our vector calculus in mind. We cannot do whatever we want. Means here del square of a, where a is a vector, where a is a vector quantity. So del square of a we can calculate if a is a vector. What is that? Is equal to gradient of del dot a. Means this is what? This is nothing but this is divergence. This is divergence of a. So divergence of a after del dot product, after doing the dot product, it will become scalar. So we can apply gradient on it. Means it is a mathematically correct expression. We are not doing whatever we want. It is right. So gradient of divergence of a minus curl of a, minus curl of a. This is a very important thing. Uh, uh, Up to now the things are like we can only apply the what is called as Laplacian on scalar, but you get to know that we can also apply what is called as Laplacian on a vector also. So if the question is given like that, if a is equal to ax unit vector plus ay unit vector plus az unit vector, and if you want to calculate del square a, then del square of ax means the coefficient of x in the x direction. What is the coefficient of the vector a? Del square ax unit vector plus del square ay unit vector plus del square az unit vector. So it is the Laplacian of a vector. Up to now, we have studied the definition of Laplacian, the mathematical expression, how to manipulate, how to analyze the Laplacian on a vector as well as scalar in all the coordinate system, means in Cartesian coordinate system, in cylindrical coordinate system, as well as in spherical coordinate system. So uh, Laplacian is cleared. Then what do you mean? Next topic is like that, classification of vector fields. How to classify the vector fields. Okay, so this is the first one, second one, third one, and fourth one. So we will analyze it deeply. The first one is a field, vector field, which is like that. So what is this? Here it is saying that the divergence of this field equal to 0. Means if you consider this point, as I already told when I was teaching the divergence, if this is a point P, okay, if this is a point P, then the divergence of the field A, this is the field lines of A, is 0. Why? Because the field is not diverging around this point. It is going straight and coming out from this point, like that. So it is not diverging. That's why the del dot A means the divergence of the field. This is the field. This is the field lines. Okay. The field lines, the divergence of these field lines at any point P will be equal to 0. The curl of A is also 0. What is the meaning of curl? The meaning of curl, I told you, any rotatory action, any axial action. So here there is no rotatory on any axial action. The field is not rotating about any point. So the del cross A means the curl of this vector will remain 0. It will vanish. Okay, the point A is clear or not?
Clear.
Okay, the point B. Point B is here. It is also a vector field like that. This is the point P. We are analyzing on this point P. So the field lines are radially outward. Means if you put a positive charge, like that, then the field will be like that only. These are the fields. So if the positive charge is like this, then the radially outward field lines will be generated. So at this point, there is a divergence of the field. Means the field is diverging everywhere. Okay, radially diverging. So we cannot say the divergence of this field will be equal to 0. So divergence of this field will be non-zero. But the field lines are not rotating. It is not rotating. So del cross A is not rotating here over here. So del cross A means the curl of the vector A will be equal to 0. Okay, the point V is clear or not?
Can you explain one more time?
Okay, I will explain. Consider positive charge. If you keep the positive charge in an isolated place, then the field lines will be like that. Like that. It is of diverging nature, radially diverging nature, because we are analyzing the charge and the symmetry of a sphere. So it will be like that. And we are saying that a vector A is diverging here. Yes, it is true. Here the field is diverging nature. So the divergence of this field will be non-zero. But the field lines are not rotating about any point. So the curl of the field lines is 0. Okay. The third point is here. What is the third point? This is the field lines. The field lines are like that. It is shown in the figure. So here the divergence is 0. Why the divergence is 0? It is like that only. It is going in a circular manner like that. It is rotating over a point. Suppose if we are considering this point P, then it is rotating about that, but not diverging, not going radially outward, radially inwards. So that's why the divergence of this field will remain 0, but the curl of this field will not be 0. Why? Because if you consider this point P, then the field is of a axial notation, means it is a rotating type nature. So that's why the curl of a field A will be non-zero. Now you understand this thing?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now the point D. Here the field lines are like that. It is also diverging, as well as the field lines, the vectors are over here, are also rotating. So we can say the divergence of the vector A will be non-zero, as well as the curl will be also non-zero. So this is a point B. On the basis of curl, divergence and gradient, we can classify the vector fields also. Okay, you understand or not? Suppose electric field intensity. Electric field intensity is what? It is a vector quantity. So electric field intensity, if you kept a positive charge in an isolated place, so what is that? The field lines are radially outwards. Similarly, if you kept a negative charge in an isolated place, then the field lines are radially inwards. So at that point, the second, the B, this one will be considered that the divergence of the field will not be 0, but the curl will be 0, because the field lines are not rotating. The electric field lines are never rotate or not form any loop. So that's why we are saying the electric field intensity, we can say it is of this nature. If we consider the like isolated positive charge or isolated negative charge. Are you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But now I will tell you. Suppose this is a negative charge, right? And this is a positive charge. This forms a dipole like this. If we join the line, this forms a dipole. So what is there? The field lines are coming out from the positive and going it into the negative. So what is this? This is like the first case, neither rotating nor diverging. So if you consider the example of a dipole, then the field line over here is neither diverging nor rotating, means you can say the field lines are irrotational or solenoidal. I will tell you in the notes. These are the notes. Please consider these notes. The first note is there.
Okay.
A vector field A is said to be solenoidal if del dot A will be equal to 0. Means if the dot product of that field, means the divergence, you can say the divergence of the field will be 0, then the field is said to be solenoidal. And the second point, the field A is said to be irrotational, is said to be irrotational if the curl of A will be equal to 0. Means if the curl of vector A will vanish, then we can say the field A is irrotational. So these are the two are very important as far as MCQ is concerned. These 2 points are very important, and if they ask in 2 marks, then they can ask, they will give the vector A in any system, because you know the definition in any system, in Cartesian system, in cylindrical system, as well as in spherical system, and then they will ask that the field is solenoidal or irrotational. Then you have to evaluate del dot A as well as del cross A. Then you will get to know any one of two will become 0, both of two will become 0, depend on the situation. Then you can say it is solenoidal as well as irrotational, or either solenoidal or irrotational. Understand?